The next skill we're going to look at is multiplying with algebra. Again, I know you did this in grade 9, you did it again in grade 10, so this is a review. Now when we're multiplying, what we're really doing is using the distributive law. So let's look at the first example. 3 bracket 2x plus 5. So that means we want to take that number 3 and multiply it by everything inside that bracket. That means we're going to take that number 3 and first we're going to multiply it by the 2x. So 3 times 2 is going to equal 6, and then we write down the x. The next step, we have to take that number 3 and multiply it by the 5. So 3 times 5 is a positive 15. It is very important to distribute whatever's in front of that bracket to every term inside the bracket. So here's another example. This time we're asked to multiply by x. Now when you're multiplying by x, it's the same thing. You're distributing it through everything. Now when I multiply x by 2x, I already have an x. So this is why I end up with an x squared. Now multiplying or dividing is the only place where the terms that you're being multiplied together can change their powers. Now just like the previous example, I need to multiply that x by the plus 5. Now notice 5 doesn't have an x, but I'm multiplying by an x, so I end up with positive 5x. Whenever I multiply, I should also see whether I can simplify something. Now remember, simplifying is adding and subtracting like terms. Now in this example, I do not have like terms. Both terms in this polynomial have x, but one is x squared and one is x. So that is why this question is finished. In our final example, I've combined concepts from the previous two. This time I'm taking the 3x and multiplying it by the bracket. So just like the previous examples, I need to first of all take that 3x, multiply it by the 2x. When I do this, I need to multiply the 3 times the 2 as well as the x times the x. So 3 times 2 is 6, and x times x is x squared. Remember, we change the powers when we're multiplying. Then I need to take that 3x and multiply it by the 7. So this time I'm going to go 3 times 7, and then I have my x. There's not another x, so I'm just going to write down 21x. Now just like the previous example, I'm going to check to see if I have any like terms. Both terms have x's in them for their variable. However, one is squared and one is not. Therefore, this question is finished. What you're going to be doing now is practicing the skills that you have been reviewing. Okay, if you're having problems, it's your responsibility to come in to Math Help.